Hello guys, hello everyone. Welcome to our Prelims Support Program of Plutus IAS. That is a student-friendly initiative, and I hope you all must be, preparing well for, because the prelims is approaching, and this is what our initiative just for you guys to help you out, right? For the perspective of each of the topic, right? So polity, science and technology, those sections have already been covered, and now today I am here with the geography and environment, that section. Okay, so myself Akshay Guru, and now I am here just to help you guys for those with 100 questions, okay, important from the examination perspective, which I believe this question will help you, say from the perspective that these questions, see, first the disclaimer that I want to, okay, these are not say very most favorable question, or you will find a 100% you will find in examination, but these questions will help you for sure to understand the strategy, okay, understand the very nature of examination, prelims examination, so that this discussion, this information, okay, or the strategy will help you to attempt those questions, okay, in the examination, the prelims 2024. So just then, without wasting further time, what I would like to start with the very important initiative, student friendly initiative for this Prelims Support Program, geography and environment. Okay, one thing again that see what I have tried for, just to have a mix of, okay, this geography and environment questions, the mix of this 20 questions, those we are going to discuss further. Chalo. So starting with the very first, and keeping the world geography at the center, okay, in mind, that is what climatology. As you know, okay, I'll tell you accordingly the weightage of that particular topic, and again some strategy further to to keep in mind. So this question is basically from climatology, which is very important from the say prelims perspective. I mean in the mains as well, where you will find, say, this climatology is almost having 3 to 4 questions. Read, maybe from world geography heading and Indian geography further in connect with. So believe me guys, to have 3 to 4 questions say from the geographical domain, okay, is very, it gives this particular topic climatology really so much importance. So you are not supposed to leave this topic by any means, okay, you have to prepare, allocate enough amount of time and of your energy to attempt those questions, and to to have a good score again in this particular section. So starting with the very first question, with reference to the Mediterranean region, which of the following is our cold local winds? See, first again do remember, in prelims examination your paper should be adequately highlighted. The reason being, see in the question it is not every word is equally important, though no doubt you are not supposed to keep any the word or statement inferior, but still there are some keywords, there are some very important words, those rather change the direction, okay, or the very answer of the question itself. So say for here, the keywords the Mediterranean region and this cold local wind, it's not in general about local wind, it's not in general about warm or hot local winds, rather it is asking you for cold local wind. So your attention should be on the cold wala, say this keyword, cold local winds. So options Sirocco, Mistral and Bora. Now again you have to choose the correct options among them, right? Group of options are further there, 4, and you have to say identify the cold local wind and then put in that particular option. So I hope you guys are must have that local wind wala map in your mind. See what is requirement, right? What is the requirement of this question? I believe this question is what say of theoretical in nature, and again it demands simply a mapping ability of yours. the skill or quality that it requires is the theoretical nature and mapping ability of yours. So if you are having maps in your mind, you will find you can attempt this question, like say in the best easy way possible, most easy way possible, I would say. So in our classes, in our regular discussion, like each of the student of mine, say they are having this map on like tip of tongue, and they have lots of practice in classes itself. So देखो, first one है Sirocco. This Sirocco, that as you know it well, that is in the Sahara Desert. अब देखो Sahara Desert, if this is what this local wind over here, see this is what this Sirocco. So if any local wind, if it is in Sahara, you really think that is what cold in temperature conditions? Really not, yeah, because as it is having its origin in the Sahara and nearby region, it is not possible to be, like a cold local wind. So answer anyway, like 1 to nahi rahega. So if you even by means of elimination, you can reach up to 2 and 3 and 3 only, right? Still, then Mistral, yeah, Mistral and Bora. Again on the world map, if you are having this map on tip of your tongue or that is now visualized in your mind, so it is very easy. See this Mistral that is located on, like say that is observed on the Alps, okay, the western, the northward slope of the Alps, you will find this Mistral and this Bora. Again, these are cold or temperate climatic conditions hai, and it seems then say these two must be cold in their temperature conditions. So it like, see now here you have to integrate or synchronize two maps. एक तो लोकल विंड वाला मैप है एंड साइमल्टेनियसली यू हैव टू कीप इट इन माइंड के टोपोग्राफी फ्रॉम वेयर दिस आर like originated or getting influenced by further. So see this Mistral and Bora, the streams two are cold local winds and answer must be 2 and 3. I hope this question is pretty much clear. See, again I am telling you, this question is not to be like, it is not really possible to again reflect directly or as it is in examination, because UPSC, like it believes in very dynamism as such. So, but what I believe, this strategy to solve this particular question will help you to, solve those kind of question will be asked in examination. So, what is the learning from this question? एक तो पहले ये है कि you need to remember this world map of not only local wind, I would say, right? देखो, winners are what? Winners are not, they are not doing different things. They are rather doing the same thing, however, in a different way. So now from this question, what the learning you guys should take. तो पहला वाला पॉइंट तो ये कि लोकल विंड्स, या यू मस्ट बी, यस दिस मैप मस्ट बी, बट इज इट ओनली अ केस फॉर लोकल विंड? आई विल से नो. You should have a then mapping, okay, clear cut mapping locations of world mountains, world rivers, world plateaus, world then peninsulas, world gulf and bay or oceanic topographies, and like that extension further. Because अब ये तो question आपको पूछा है in general, maybe question may be like maybe on fold mountain, maybe on block mountain, maybe on western coastal mountain, maybe on eastern coastal mountains, and in that case you should have that pretty much mind in like impressed in your mind. So this is the very first question. Question second, see this question again that is on world mapping again or world locations. One or the other time you will find this Kilimanjaro, right, that is in the current affairs. Maybe it just because के कुछ ना कुछ say यहाँ पे activities होती रहेगी, maybe because it lies in the Africa, so somehow politically disturbed region रहेगा, या you will find let's say not exactly with the Kilimanjaro, but in the nearby East African Rift Valley you will find that eruption and related activity that makes this region rather always in the current domain. So see, question is now with reference to the distribution of volcanoes in the world, consider the following statements. Okay, simple say directive hai. Now first, this Mount Cameroon is an active volcano in East African Rift Valley. See, question is again trying to fetch your mapping abilities, mapping skills, okay, how efficient you are say on this the skill of mapping, है ना? So Mount Cameroon you must be first aware about. Then Mount Kilimanjaro is an extinct volcano in East Africa, okay, or East African region. Then most of the volcanic activities takes place below the sea. means underwater volcanoes are rather much common if you compare it with the say surface volcanic activities. Yeah, so see two skills, okay, or two kind of knowledge that this, the first topic is volcano and it further require two skills, right? See again mapping, the mapping and location, and provided further with this particular fact. The idea about, I would say rather this idea, it like it mainly concerns with the Pacific Ring of Fire. So logically, or say you must be having then that connectivity as well. So you can pause the video and you can even like answer it further. So देखो which of the statement is are not correct, है ना, is are like not correct, that is what this question is asking you for. So Mount Cameroon, that is an active volcano in East African Rift Valley. Yes, it seems anyway that is like say not a correct option. Okay, so that is not a correct option. Second is what? Kilimanjaro is an extinct volcano in East Africa. So Kilimanjaro, that is extinct volcano, no doubt, because in the last 2 lakh years it hasn't noted any volcanic eruption, though it is the highest mountain peak in Africa, right? Still this Kilimanjaro, it hasn't like not erupted since like 2 lakh or more years. So it is rather considered as an extinct, or more appropriately, because many geologists, they argue that there is no category as like extinct, and like taking the help from Barren Island volcano that is in India. So there is no volcano like that is extinct, but rather volcano must be categorized as a dormant volcano. No one knows what is going inside the earth's surface. It is rather may become active sometimes. So it is an extinct volcano in East Africa, fine. It is an extinct even if you consider, but is it really, or does it located in East Africa? The answer, right? Answer is yes. So this Mount Kilimanjaro, that is in East African region. Right, this Africa, so somewhere over this location margin you will find this Mount Kilimanjaro. So second statement stand correct. And second, most of the volcanic activities takes place below, right, the say the sea. So like answer, it must be like this 1 and 2 wala point. Okay, so third wala point hai below the sea wala, taking the help from Pacific Ring of Fire, you can connect it with further. Then third question. Okay, अब देखो this question is again on the head climatology. This question is again, let's say, on the head of climatology, that simply demands, and one of the most favorite topic of UPSC, that is the monsoon or Indian monsoon. Now see what then this question asked like as in way, in the context of the Indian monsoon, which of the following best describes the reason for the break in the monsoon over northern India? It is asking simply for the purpose, right? What describes the reason for breaks in the monsoon? For that matter, you should be pretty much clear about what does that mean by a break in the monsoon. See guys, one thing, like in India, like there are almost like 90 days of rainfall, even though there are 4 months of rainfall, 120 months, but not every day is having rainfall as rainfall IMD considered. If there is not more than 0.25 mm of rainfall over in any region, that is not considered as a rainfall event. So what ab 90 days are actually of rainfall. Overall rainfall amount in India is 89 centimeters, and you know what happened, say generally June to September, 25th of September IMD consider this is the last day of rainfall, monsoonal rainfall, southwest monsoon rainfall in India, right? You can follow this IMD's website for this matter, and what you will find, there are some patches particularly in the months of August where see there is no rainfall day. or like for maybe 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, and maybe again further few patches like in the month of August and September later, you will find there are some patches like 1-2 patches where exactly no rainfall event is rather observed, and that it makes this term or this phenomena breaks in the monsoon, maybe for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. Now the question is asking you for what is the reason for this matter then, okay, or this phenomena. See, go through these options then and you can let me know as well. You guys who are attending it online, you can let me know as well this answer to this question. ओके चलो ठीक है. सी अब देखो स्टार्टिंग विद द ऑप्शंस आई वुड से, क्योंकि नॉट एवरी लाइक आंसर यू आर सपोज टू डायरेक्टली आंसर लाइक से बेस्ड ऑन द question itself. Many options are just in the MCQ. What advantage does it offer? That even if you are not aware about like the concept in like in a true sense or in that depth, so you can even eliminate the options as well. Okay, so you can on that count eliminate the option because we know the reason, but still. See, starting with the D, the westerly jet stream withdraws its position over the North Indian plain. See, if this is what a case in August, September or that particular region, so jet streams withdraw its position in the late October and November time. It is not in the case because September 23 is a equinox time, So autumnal equinox, when you will find with the position of sun, jet stream as well withdraws from this position. So the thing is, it is absolutely, and even it withdraws from the position in North India more appropriately in the month of May and June itself, which actually promotes the onset of the monsoon. So the case is, ये वाला statement though is not appropriate. Then the rain bearing monsoon which blows parallel to the east coast of India. See, east coast of India, eastern Ghat, western Ghat. So monsoon when it enters in India gets divided into two branches. एक तो branch जा रही है Arabian, एक तो branch जा रही है Bay of Bengal. Now, even if the rain bearing monsoon wind blows parallel to the east coast of India, this one, right, this Bay of Bengal branch. So what does it then lead to? Why there is no rainfall in the northern India, or that there is a breaks in the monsoon? See, it does not explain the fact for the reason for this breaks in the monsoon. So ये वाला भी statement नहीं होगा. And the same goes for the वेस्ट कोस्ट ऑफ इंडिया, राइट. अब अगर कोई विंड, पहले तो ये है द रेन बियरिंग सिस्टम्स आर नॉट पैरेलल टू द वेस्ट कोस्ट ऑफ इंडिया, रादर से इट मूव्स परपेंडिकुलर टू दी और नियर परपेंडिकुलर टू द वेस्ट कोस्ट ऑफ इंडिया. तो ये स्टेटमेंट इनहेरेंटली रॉन्ग है, इनकरेक्ट है. सो देयर लाइज नो क्वेश्चन कि स्टेटमेंट को भी फुलफिल करेगा, क्वेश्चन को फुलफिल करेगा. तो आंसर इज एनीवे नॉट दिस वे. सो द रेन बियरिंग स्टॉर्म्स आर नॉट वेरी फ्रीक्वेंट अलोंग द मॉनसून ट्रफ ओवर North India. What happened, guys? It just because low pressure is somehow weakened. You will find rain bearing systems are not adequately, they are not reaching over up to the North India, and it leads to this particular condition of say breaks in the monsoon. अब देखो again from the question, one thing that you need to consider or keep it in mind that see, even if this question is on the breaks in the monsoon, but still this question now you have to stretch it in all different possibilities or for different possibilities. Like you can look it for onset of the monsoon, then you can look it for October heat concept, then you need to find out what are the reasons for monsoonal flow, monsoonal theories, and stretch it further in different dimensions. See, I am repeating again. अगर if you are looking for the questions as it is repeat हो गए in the examination, so that is, believe me, that is really not going to happen, right? UPSC though repeat itself, but this repetition is of like a different nature and of a different way. So you need to explore the strategy just to revise your concept and then try to explore it. Those probabilities in different dimensions. Then. Now, next question, see again, that is basically from vegetation type. the and climate type as well, that you can consider it. And what this question is simply like, say, one paragraph type of explanation. This question you will find in examination. You if you have gone through PYQs, तो आपने देखा होगा कि यूपीएससी क्या करता है ना कि जनरली किसी बुक से या किसी एक पर्टिकुलर कंटेंट से पैराग्राफ उठा लिया है, राइट, और उसको फिर बोला है कि आइडेंटिफाई विच ऑफ द अबव इज डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ, है ना. सो in that case, you know, like this particular paragraph, even if like that is printed on, you know, half page or half section of that paper, see what happens many a time, student get, you know, like very like get scared about, okay, yaar, really this question seems so lengthy, it means it must be so difficult. But believe me guys, that is not absolutely the case. I have, see, each of this question in this particular discussion of today, you will find they are so placed in a way that each of this reflects some strategy, each of this reflects some you know, like a kind of learning from you guys are supposed to take. So this question, I would say, is just to, you know, like help you out how to deal with this such lengthy questions. as in जैसे इसके पहले आई स्टिल रिमेंबर IoT पे क्वेश्चन था, ऐसा जो फुल प्लेज क्वेश्चन था, या इवन टाइप्स ऑफ क्लाइमेट पे भी क्वेश्चन था, एवरग्रीन टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट और दैट वे, राइट. सो व्हाट दिस पैराग्राफ और दिस सच अ बल्की एक्सप्लेनेशन, you are not supposed to, you know, like take so seriously, not all of them, because there are some keywords, there are some clues, those are being given. You have to identify those clues and then connect it with the, say, options given in, right. तो ये कर लोगे तो believe me, these questions are so easy, very easy, right. देखो जैसे कैसे होगा. See, question, this forest covers vast areas of the country. Okay, vast areas of the country. अब vast areas of the country होगा तो even from this particular case, right, देखो मैं simultaneously आपको say trying to you know connect it with the option, so that कि हमारे बहुत सारे options ऐसे भी eliminate हो सकते हैं. अब vast area of the country, it means कि देखो चार options है, moist deciduous, dry deciduous, semi evergreen and tropical thorn forest. So tropical thorny forest is anyway very scarce type of vegetation in India. ये generally कहाँ पे मिलेगा? In the tropical regions of that desertic part, है ना, Thar desert वाला region है, that is stretched for 1.5 to 2 lakh square kilometers of in India. And what this very vast, I would say, thorny के लिए तो applicable नहीं होता, है ना, बहुत ज़्यादा vast में नहीं है. Vast किसको बोलेंगे कि इंडिया का overall square kilometer है 3.2 million square kilometer. अब उस केस में 1.5 मिलियन स्क्वायर, सॉरी 1.5 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर इज नॉट दैट वास्ट, आई वुड रादर से, है ना. तो ट्रॉपिकल थॉर्नी को एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं इवन बेस्ड ऑन सिंपली वन सिंगल स्टेटमेंट. स्टिल, राइट, स्टिल चलो, नो इश्यूज, विल कंटिन्यू फर्दर. Where rainfall ranges between 70 to 100. देखो सेकेंड क्लू, राइट, सेकेंड क्लू इज 70 to 100 सेंटीमीटर्स ऑफ रेनफॉल. आई एम टेलिंग यू, देखो इतने बल्कि जो पैराग्राफ्स होते हैं, राइट, क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता दैट यू नो दैट क्वेश्चन इज रियली डिफिकल्ट. इसमें सिर्फ क्लूज है जो आपको हाईलाइट करने और जो आपको यू नो कीप लाइक से लाइक टू हेल्प अगेन टू फाइंड आउट दोज करेक्ट ऑप्शंस, राइट. सो अब रेनफॉल रेंजेस बिटवीन 70 to 100. एक तो पहला देखो ट्रॉपिकल थॉर्न फॉरेस्ट के लिए, थॉर्नी फॉरेस्ट के लिए कितना रेनफॉल होता है इन जनरल. से दिस इज अप टू 50 सेंटीमीटर्स. इट इज अप टू 50 सेंटीमीटर्स और समटाइम्स 60, पॉसिबली 70, राइट. उससे बियॉन्ड तो 100% ट्रॉपिकल थॉर्नी फॉरेस्ट डेवलप हो ही नहीं सकता, या दैट वेजिटेशन वुड रादर ट्रांसफॉर्म इनटू द नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ वेजिटेशन, ठीक है, दैट इज एरिड, यू वुड रादर से. Now semi evergreen type of vegetation, it requires, you know, like rainfall even more than 200 centimeters. 200 centimeters. तो 70 to 100 वाले केस में तो ये वैसे भी फिट नहीं बैठ रहा है ना, राइट. तो see, even simply based on this clue, you know, like I would rather negate these two options. Simply these two options, right. Even for me, what moist deciduous और dry deciduous, right, इसमें से मैं अगर और भी आपके पास अगर clarity है ना, तो you guys can even, you know, reach out to the final call as well. Where this is very good morning, Rajiv. So where you will find this moist deciduous forest, it requires like almost 100 to 200 centimeters or 150 centimeters of rainfall, and this is what this region or this type of forest which requires 70 to 100 or 120 centimeters of rainfall. देखो यहाँ से तो मैंने simply based on one single clue, अगर मेरे पास idea है ना, and if I do have that clarity as well कि yes which type of forest require how much amount of rainfall or that amount of water, यही से आंसर आ जाएगा. Even I am not supposed to go through further in detail. Now you guys must be कि सर आपको तो आंसर पता है शायद इसीलिए, but see guys, that is given in NCERTs, that is given you know in every note that you guys are referring. So the simple thing is कि even ये clues से भी आप आंसर पे जा सकते हो. Still अभी हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं. In the higher rainfall regions of the peninsular plateau and the North Indian plain, this forest have a parkland landscape with open stretches in which teak and other trees interspersed with patches of grass are common. See, अब यहाँ पे third clue है parkland landscape and teak and grasses. So teak, that means you know that is what used for construction activities, जिसको हम सागवान भी कहते हैं. So this teak is rather you know a typical species of deciduous forest. You won't find in thorny type of forest, नहीं मिलेगी. You won't find even in a semi-evergreen type of forest. उसका variant हो सकता है, but not you know like that is not very native to that region. So फिर से they are you know they connecting towards the same thing. As the dry season begins, the trees shed their leaves. देखो फिर से क्लू वही आ रहा है ना, entirely, and the forest appears like a vast grassland with a naked tree. Tendu, palas, amalthas, bale, khair, axlewood are the common trees of this forest. देखो ये further clues है. So each of this statement is like a clue for you guys. And if you know like if you want to save your time, just you know like try to identify it or eliminate based on one or initial first or two clues and connect it with the option. तो जैसे जैसे ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट होते जाएंगे you will able to you know reach up to the final answer at you know faster speed. So the answer you will find to this question is B, dry deciduous forest, 70 to 100. Teak as major फॉरेस्ट जो डेसिडुअस मॉइस्ट में भी होगा वैसे, बट अमाउंट ऑफ रेनफॉल पे ये वैसे भी लिमिट हो रहा है. सेकेंड तेंदुपत्ता, एमेल्थास, ओके, खैर, these are all species of dry deciduous forest. This overall deciduous forest stretch in India is almost 45%. तो वास्ट ही हो गया है ना, almost like 15 lakh square kilometer. That is a vast in itself. Then ठीक है, so I hope guys, अब देखो even if you explore these four options ना, so ये four options भी अगर आप अभी what are the learnings from this question discussion? First, simply the you know the bulky questions are not really difficult. They are simply having a clues. तो initial इससे भी हम उसको connect कर सकते हैं. Second is what? Even from these options, you guys if you revise your you know like this type of vegetation, that is further going to help you. Moist deciduous क्या होता है? Dry deciduous, semi-evergreen, tropical. ड्राई तो हमने डिस्कस कर भी लिए और काइंड ऑफ मॉइस्ट भी उसमें कनेक्टेड है. सो जस्ट गो थ्रू एंड फर्दर रिवाइज योर कंसेप्ट. नेक्स्ट, दिस क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी. जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी एंड दिस जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी वाला पॉइंट, सी जैसे जनरली ना यूपीएससी में जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी आई बिलीव इज वेरी निग्लेक्टेड एरिया. या very neglected in a way because it really does not you know like have enough focus on the geomorphology topic. Hardly you will find like 2 to 3 question right on geomorphology as a topic. Last year in 2023 prelims there was one question that was asked on seismic waves. Otherwise I don't really find कि कोई topic है या question है जो typically geomorphology वाले point से connect करता है. Either like rock system or either like the landforms है या theories of formation है, continental drift, plate tectonic theory और even geomorphic processes है, weathering, erosion, volcano, earthquake, right? तो directly कोई बहुत ज़्यादा questions ऐसे है नहीं, but still right we are like looking for now say few possibilities, probabilities as well. तो ये topic है geomorphology, earthquake. The Richter scale is a magnitude scale calculated by the logarithm of the amplitude of waves. And this Mercalli scale is an intensity scale used to quantify the effect of an earthquake on human life. So see, this topic is trying to ask you for intensity scale and magnitude scale and their difference as well. If like say guys on our YouTube channel I have already made this video, what is the difference between intensity scale and Mercalli scale, है ना? तो like you if अगर क्लियरिटी नहीं हो तो यू कैन फर्दर गो थ्रू दिस दैट वीडियो एज वेल कि जिसमें मैंने एक डिटेल वे में एक्सप्लेन किया है कि व्हाट दिस Mercalli स्केल इज अबाउट, व्हाट दिस रिश्टर स्केल इज ऑल अबाउट. ठीक है. सो देखो विच ऑफ द अबोव स्टेटमेंट इज आर करेक्ट. नाउ अब देखो यहाँ पे क्लियरिटी होनी चाहिए कि what it means by a magnitude scale, what it means by a Richter scale. So I am not going to explain you in that detail over here because our focus is now here, you know, like to discuss the question first. कि question को हम related way में discuss करेंगे and बाकी जो आप aspects है और जो depth है you guys can explore later further. So what is magnitude scale? Magnitude is the amount of energy released and is based on the direct measurement of the size of seismic waves, seismic, whatever. So you'll find, see, this magnitude scale is a Richter scale that is most commonly used in, you know, like the public domain as well. जो हम वैसे भी जो अभी जैसे earthquake आया था, right? So Delhi में भी as well, एक few days before there was like earthquake event, or maybe in Turkey है, in Nepal है, where you will find Japan as well. So all these earthquake were measured in or are measured in, like say, this Richter scale. And intensity scale is like how much intensity that like is actually you experience. So this Mercalli, he was an Italian scientist, okay, or geomorphologist. Say he identified the scale for measuring the intensity of earthquake. So in this particular scale, you will find the you know, the inhabitants are to be asked about what do you think or how will you rate this earthquake event on 0 to 12 scale. In a sense, 6 is like the moderate earthquake है and maybe 12 is what very dangerous and disastrous earthquake, right? So उस scale पे फिर ये identify होगा. So simply this magnitude scale is Richter scale and the Mercalli scale is intensity scale. Answer is both 1 and 2. Okay, so you guys can have that video, go through that video as well for further clarity. Next question is basically on that point of oceanography. And believe me, ये जो क्वेश्चन है मैंने क्यों ऐड किया है in this discussion, the reason being on simple that relation that we are going to you know, like further derive on the simple equation. 2 questions in examinations were already asked in the past 7 years of examination or 10 years rather, right? So this simple equation जो अभी हम इस पर derive करेंगे, you will find कि बहुत ज़्यादा important है to like answer this 2 questions. And I was really shocked in fact कि यार एक simple सा मतलब ये जो water का distribution on the earth surface कैसे कैसे है, इस simple से equation पे या understanding पे UPSC had already 2 questions on this, right? And possibly और भी आगे questions हो सकते हैं. Fine. So देखो, arrange the following, arrange the share of the following sources of fresh water in increasing order, right? So देखो ice caps है and glaciers है, lakes, third atmosphere, fourth streams and rivers. Now these 4 variable sources of fresh waters are being given to you and now you have to identify the proportion or say the ascending order, है ना? Arrange the share of the following in their ascending order, increasing order, say of this 4. Now देखो guys, do you have this idea? मतलब आपको ये तो idea होगी salt water, then fresh water or ocean water, 97 and 3% fresh water. But question is further, you know, like is having a demand to divide that fresh water share further into different sources. And this fresh water source you'll find, see, इसके लिए ये जो से वेबसाइट पे चार्ट है that is given an NOAA, right, National Oceanic Administration Association. So वहाँ पर you will find that is of America. तो वहाँ पे ये चार्ट मिलेगा आपको and how or where this Earth's water is actually in. तो देखो 96.5% is in ocean, 2.5% is with the fresh. Then even this fresh water is further being divided into this section जिसमें 68% is with the glacier, groundwater is 30%, and surface fresh water is merely 1.2%. And what further? Even the surface fresh water is further being divided based on the various sources, okay, in this division, and see how these divisions are further works. Groundwater और permafrost जो है 69%, lakes जो है 21% water engage कर रहा है, soil moisture 3.8%, swamps and marshes 2.6%, rivers hardly 0.49%, living things 0.26% and atmosphere 3. तो देखो question is asking you for this arranging in order. Ice caps and glacier है ना, lakes, atmosphere, streams and river. Streams and river तो ये बहुत कम परसेंटेज है ऑफ इवन फ्रेश वाटर वाला केस में, सो 0.4%. देन एटमॉस्फेयर में ओवरऑल का 3% है. लेक्स और ग्लेशियर तो वैसे भी ओवरऑल का 66% है, सो दैट इज अ ह्यूज अमाउंट इन कंपैरिजन. एंड दिस ग्लेशियर है ना, दिस ग्लेशियर इज एनीवे दैट वे. देन यू विल फाइंड लेक्स, then you will find atmosphere. See, 1, 2 lakes, 3 atmosphere and 4th river. Yes, तो देखो अगर इसको कनेक्ट कर लोगे you will find increasing order. Increasing order must be 4, then 3 atmosphere, then lakes and then ice caps and glacier. So answer must be B. I hope. देखो अब इससे what you need to derive, you need to remember this distribution of water. Believe me guys, ये simply इतने ही equation पे है. अगर इसका equation में हम convert करेंगे, then what you will find? Ocean water, then glaciers, then groundwater, then you will find उसके बाद रहेगा ground ice and permafrost, then lakes, then atmosphere, then soil moisture, then atmosphere, then swamps, then rivers and then living things, देखो guys, this is what that equation that finally comes in, that defines the distribution of oceanic water on the earth overall water on the earth surface. Ocean, then glaciers, then groundwater, then permafrost, then lakes, then soil moisture, then atmosphere, swamps, rivers and living things. अब देखो ये जो इक्वेशन है इस पे यूपीएससी ने अभी तक 2 क्वेश्चंस हैज ऑलरेडी बीन आस्क्ड एंड पॉसिबली यू विल फाइंड फर्दर फ्यू क्वेश्चंस. देन with reference to the temperate continental climate, consider the following statements. Temperate continental climate, again on climatology वाला point है. We are trying to deal in this particular section with the world geography and then we will be dealing with the Indian वाला aspect and ecology as well. ठीक है, सारा इसी से connect है. It has less maritime influence. Second, it has the presence of deciduous trees which shed their leaves in the cold and dry seasons. And third, it has the presence of local winds like Fawn and Chinook. So question is asking you for temperate continental climate. Now you are having say 10 seconds with you guys. Look for Okay, so देखो अब steppy type of climate, that is as well known as semi-desert climate. Desert climate is a different arid climate or semi-arid climate as well. That is identified with different names in a different region. Like that is prairies in North America, this steppe in Central Asia, and as well you will find in Europe. Then Wales, that is in South Africa. Then Pampas, that is in South America, and Downs, that is in Australia. So it's the same climate identified with a different name. And one thing you need to remember, that this climate, as it is semi-desert, so it lies in the closer periphery of the desert. तो closer periphery of the desert होगा, so you will find less maritime influence is rather a common nature of it. See, temperate continental climate are located in the hearts of the continent, meaning they are having little influence क्योंकि desert के surrounding में है. So obviously desert are mainly like the western coastal पे हो सकते हैं या even like say continental, intercontinental हो सकता है. And that's the case. You will find पहला statement is correct. In the steppes, trees are very scarce because of the scanty rainfall, long droughts, and severe winter. Tall, fresh, and nutritious prairies grasses are found, thus they are often referred to as granaries of the world. So this prairies is known as temperate grassland region, है ना? Temperate grassland region, and this, no doubt that there should be trees, but those rather than trees you will find they are having a tall and like grasses there. So ये वाला एक point है. It has the presence of local winds like fawn and chinook. So 1 and 3 that it seems rather correct. So answer must be C. बाकी फिर अब देखो इसी से लर्निंग्स होगी. यू गाइस कैन एक्सप्लोर दी अदर टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट, है ना? एवरग्रीन, सेमी एवरग्रीन, मॉनसूनल, टुंड्रा, ताइगा, ओके, और डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्लाइमेट यू गाइस नीड टू एक्सप्लोर फर्दर. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स अबाउट savanna type of climate. Now savanna type of climate, that is known as tropical grassland climate. Steppe is known as temperate grassland. Savanna is known as tropical grassland, and that is having alternate wet and dry season. It is very famous for alternate wet and dry season, having extreme or high day and night temperature conditions, day and night range of temperature, diurnal range of temperature. This type of climate is best developed in Sudan. It is as well thus known as Sudan type of climate. This one Sudan में prominent है. India में भी you will find that is in right, and Australia and that nearby region. So you will find this type of climate. Yes, it is observed in Sudan. That is again savanna type. It is characterized by extreme diurnal range of temperature. Yeah, it is again extreme diurnal temperature. मतलब डे टाइम के और नाइट टाइम के टेम्परेचर में डिफरेंस बड़ा सा है. ओके, ज़्यादा सा डिफरेंस है. यू विल फाइंड ओवर इन दिस रीजन. सो सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. आंसर सीम्स बोथ 1 and 2 because it is asking you for correct statement. See, explanation is already been given there. Next question guys. Then which of the following volcanoes is known as the lighthouse of the Mediterranean? Simple सा question है. It's just because I have put in the reason being कि UPSC also asked like very easy question which many times we feel कि ऐसे questions UPSC में नहीं आ सकते, but yes believe me UPSC simple से questions भी पूछता है in examination. ठीक है? So lighthouse of the Mediterranean, right? Mediterranean Sea you must be fine. That is between Europe and Africa. ठीक है, इनके बीच में जो रीजन है that is what this Mediterranean Sea. And this Mediterranean Sea is what is very famous for having this lighthouse. Why it is lighthouse? Lighthouse का purpose देखो क्या होता है. Lighthouse is something okay that is lying like say in the oceanic surface or oceanic region that helps traders and navigators like say for their to identify the direction. है ना? तो lighthouse होता है just for the trading and navigation purpose. And what about further? You'll find this lighthouse of the Mediterranean, it is like say continuously release of light, है ना? तो presence of light that then reflect कि हाँ यार यहाँ से direction है या कोई island है या कुछ locations है. Now see this lighthouse of the Mediterranean, now it is asked in the context of volcano. There is one volcano in the Mediterranean that is so consistent in its eruption, that is so consistent in, you know, like in the volcanic eruption and kind of active mode of volcano, which then act as or two traders and navigator. Yes, this is what this volcano, yes, it helped me to identify the direction. Yeah, that is what the Mount Stromboli, okay, or Strombolian volcano, that is this volcano. Fact hai, yeah, that is lighthouse of the Mediterranean. देखो Tyrrhenian Sea में है this one, again that result of convergent boundary. Next, which of the following are essential reasons for the formation of the major deserts of the world? See, this question is basically of geomorphology, world geography and climatology. So this question is basically from these two heads. Now see what it asking you for, the reasons for the formation of major deserts, है ना. अब if you guys देखो again it is, you know, like mapping is what pretty much needed. Major deserts है this Sonora and Mojave, that desert है. Central African Xinjiang desert है. This is what Atacama, the driest desert you will find. Then Sahara, then Rab el Khali, Namib, Kalahari, then Iranian desert, Thar desert, this Gobi desert as well, Central Asian desert है, then Taklamakan wala desert है, and the Great Desertic Belt of Australia. 4 deserts are there: Great Sandy, Simpson, Victoria, and yes, Simpson. So 4 deserts are there. अब देखो what this question is asking you for, कि what are the reasons for the presence of or the formation of major desertic belt. देखो इसमें है the presence of onshore trade winds, second interior continental location, third rain shadow positions on the leeward side of the mountains. So what now, अब आपको connect करना है whether or do really this desert leads to, you know, this condition of formation. So पहला presence of onshore trade winds. Now guys, if onshore winds are present and trade winds, okay, onshore and offshore दो टाइप के winds होते हैं. तो onshore winds मतलब क्या होते हैं कि जो कॉन्टिनेंट से ओरिजिन होंगे, ठीक है. those winds are having origin, दो टाइप के winds होते हैं, onshore offshore. onshore it means those are having their origin on the continent or land, and offshore it means they are having origin on the oceanic surface. अब तो obvious है, if winds are having origin on the oceanic surface, don't you think they bear moisture and lead to precipitation? तो desert नहीं बनेगा. But if winds are having onshore location or origin, they are on continental surface, poor in moisture content, lead to lesser precipitation therein, and that then identified or lead to say presence of onshore trade winds, main appropriately Mediterranean desertic belt. Interior continental location, example Gobi, example Thar, कि what is just because कि ये interior located है, तो अगर offshore wind भी आ रहे हैं, मतलब ocean से भी winds आ रहे हैं, so this winds fail to penetrate deep even up to, and even if they penetrate further, they won't able to carry that great amount of moisture, that, you know, that rather would nullify the desertification of the process. And that same interior location and rain shadow positions on the leeward side of the mountain. इसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल है रेन शैडो जोन जैसा डेवलप होता है. सो सी यहाँ पर है रॉकीज, इसके रेन शैडो जोन में दिस सोनोरा एंड मोजावे डेजर्ट्स आर, राइट. यहाँ पर है एटलस, तो कुछ पार्ट ऑफ इसका कनेक्टेड है इसी रेंज में, राइट. सो दिस माउंटेन रेंजेस आर हैविंग देयर इम्पैक्ट ऑन द रेन शैडो जोन फॉर्मेशन, एंड thus all these 3 are reasons for desert formation. I hope you guys must be clear with, or you must have, you know, added this information in your notebook. तो notebook में add कर लोगे तो you will revise or, you know, recall it further later. Next question. Arrange the following capital cities in Europe from west to east. क्वेश्चन इज ऑन वर्ल्ड मैपिंग. नो रीजन टू ऐड दिस क्वेश्चन एग्जैक्टली, क्योंकि सिंपली है ये मैपिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है, इसीलिए मैंने ऐड किया. इन एग्जामिनेशन मैपिंग पे आपको 3 to 4 questions every year you will find in examination. ठीक है, so be clear with and be aware about it. Next, see Madrid, Lisbon, Vienna and Brussels. So these 4 cities have been given to you and you have to arrange from west to east. अब देखो ये कब होगा? When you guys are having clear, you know, mapping location as well. Madrid, that must be in Spain, that is in Portugal, that is in Austria, Vienna, and this Brussels, Bulgaria. Right? So correct the answer west to east. See, अब देखो ये है मैड्रिड, यहाँ पर है लिस्बन. Okay, this is Lisbon, this is Madrid. Then in where Australia you will find Vienna, Germany and France and that region you will find यहाँ पे होगा Vienna. This one is Vienna, this Vienna and this Brussels. So देखो west to east में Lisbon, Madrid, Vienna and Brussels. So 2, 1, 3, 4. This is what this आंसर. ओके, तो ये तो सिंपल कैटेगरी का क्वेश्चन था, बट यू नीड टू कीप ऑन एक्सप्लोरिंग दिस फर्दर मैपिंग लोकेशन एज वेल. व्हाट इज द रियल यू नो द एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम दिस क्वेश्चन? यू नीड टू कीप ऑन एक्सप्लोरिंग दोज मैपिंग लोकेशन. सेकंड क्वेश्चन 12 विथ रेफरेंस टू टुंड्रा वेजिटेशन. वेजिटेशन पे क्वेश्चन है, क्लाइमेटोलॉजी पे क्वेश्चन है. दैट यू कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. द डिफिशियंसी ऑफ हीट has resulted in the permanent absence of mammals in the tundra region. Question is, no mammals are rather being found in the tundra type of climate or vegetation. ठीक है, biomes and ecology पे भी है. In terms of vegetation, it is characterized by the presence of mosses, lichens and sedges. है ना? Which of the above is are correct? Now simple, what you have to look for. Really, tundra is that type of vegetation or that type of region which does not have any mammals, and second, mosses, lichens and sedges, right, are common there. So no mammal, I would say rather that is not a case. You will find even on the coastal margin, say penguins है या yak है ना, these are like, those are the mammal species है, those are living over in the same region, है ना. So first statement, no mammal, हाँ rare mammal, तो that is rather accepted, no mammal is extreme. And second part, second statement, yeah, because anyway see the permanent frost region and only summertime temperature होगा 0 to 5 or 5 to 10 degrees, that is only the region or condition when some vegetation is getting developed, and that is very micro vegetation. It is not a macro vegetation, it is rather a micro vegetation है कि जिसमें बहुत limited और vegetation developed होगा, mosses, bacteria, lichens. So answer must be 2 only. देखो थोड़ा सा logical था. No mammal is rather, you know, like a extreme statement that it sent, or absence of mammals. Then which of the following countries are bordered by Russia? देखो जैसे 2021 there was a question, which of the following countries borders with the Ukraine, which of the following countries borders with the Afghanistan, which of the following countries does not open to Mediterranean Sea 2015, which of the following countries open to the Mediterranean Sea 2017, right. तो ये सारे मैपिंग के क्वेश्चन है, कीपिंग कंट्रीज इन माइंड. बस रशिया भी करंट अफेयर्स में है, राइट. यू विल फाइंड प्रोबेबिलिटी टू हैव क्वेश्चन ऑन रशियन एंड इट्स बॉर्डर लोकेशन. ज्योग्राफिकल मैपिंग पे ये क्वेश्चन है, कीपिंग करंट अफेयर्स इन कॉन्टैक्ट. देन लिथुआनिया, लैटविया, इस्टोनिया, किर्गिस्तान एंड फिनलैंड, है ना. अब देखो इसमें से कुछ कंट्रीज तो वैसे भी करंट अफेयर्स में, सो यू मस्ट बी अवेयर अबाउट. एंड क्वेश्चन इज लाइक, हाउ मेनी ऑफ द अबव आर करेक्ट? गिवन पेयर्स आर करेक्ट. या सो फॉर दैट मैटर आपको रशिया का बॉर्डर या मैपिंग भी लोकेशन क्लियर होनी चाहिए, एंड दैट ओनली मेक्स दिस क्वेश्चन इजी टू अटेम्प्ट देन. सो दिस इज व्हाट रशिया एंड सी कंट्रीज. फिनलैंड है, यस. इस्टोनिया है, यस. लैटविया है, यस. लिथुआनिया है, यस. देन दिस बेल्जियम, यस. यूक्रेन, कजाकिस्तान, मंगोलिया, जापान. These are the border countries. See, Lithuania is there, Latvia is there, Estonia is there, Kyrgyzstan, Finland, है ना. So Finland, Kyrgyzstan, no, there is Kazakhstan, but there is no Kyrgyzstan. So answer basically 4 नहीं आएगा. The rest 4 pair are correct. So only 4 pairs are correct. See, this is a new strategy of question that UPSC had started in 22 itself. 22 में ये वैसे स्ट्रैटेजी स्टार्ट हो चुकी थी, एंड 23 में इसका डिजास्टर्स फेस, मतलब नॉट दैट डिजास्टर्स, 49 क्वेश्चंस वर आस्क्ड ऑन दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन, राइट. हाउ मेनी ऑफ द अबव आर करेक्ट? ओनली 1 2 3 4. दैट रादर इलिमिनेटेड द इलिमिनेटेड स्ट्रैटेजी, है ना. तो दैट इज व्हाट यू गाइस शुड हैव प्रॉपर like idea how this kind of question could be dealt. थोड़ा फैक्चुअल सी होता है, द रीजन बीइंग क्योंकि यहाँ पे यूपीएससी एक्सपेक्ट्स कि आपको इलिमिनेशन से क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं करने, रादर यू मस्ट बी अवेयर अबाउट यस दिस इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली करेक्ट थिंग. सो दिस वे आंसर ऑल 4 करेक्ट. देन कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग पेयर्स: inland waterways and river system. You will find that is on Indian trade transportation, है ना. नेविगेशन इटसेल्फ इंपॉर्टेंट है करंट अफेयर्स में, बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज रिलाइंग हार्ड ऑन यस this inland navigation, because India is a rich country with 10,000 plus streams, okay, in its territory, and we hardly able to capitalize our true potential of inland navigation. Hardly 5 to 10% developed हो रहा है. So what we are rather looking for to develop this navigation potential to best of its extent, or yes, just to achieve that significant potential. So first देखो, first है नेशनल वाटरवे 1. अब दिस इज व्हाट गंगा भगीरथी हुगली रिवर सिस्टम, दैट इज सिंपली वाराणसी हल्दिया हुगली सिस्टम है. सेकेंड नेशनल वाटरवे दैट इज ऑन ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर. सो रिवर इट इज आस्किंग यू फॉर सादिया डुबरी वाला जो रीजन है उस पे. एंड नेशनल वाटरवे 3 दैट इज कृष्णा रिवर सिस्टम. So question is simply asking you for, okay, like tell me whether you are really aware about this national waterways or not, है ना, the rivers in connection with, और उसके लिए आपको पता होना चाहिए. तो see, पहला वाला तो नो डाउट गंगा पर ही है, नेशनल वाटरवे 1, that is the longest in fact, this national waterway 1 that is from Allahabad to Kolkata or Hooghly, that region. And yes, first is correct, Ganga. Second, even national waterway 2, right, Brahmaputra. And national waterway 3, yeah, that is not on Krishna river, rather it is a Kollam to Kotapuram canal that is there in Karnataka, Kerala, sorry. So Krishna par basically say not like directly, right, एक canal पे है, that is national waterway 4, Godavari Krishna canal. However, national waterway 3 is not on Krishna river, that is rather that Kollam canal project है, that is Kotapuram, right, this canal project है on in Kerala. So this stand incorrect. Only 2 pairs are rather correct over here. ठीक है. तो what is now learning, or what you need to revise or recall waterways as well, है ना. India, government of India is having plan for 111 waterways in India, okay, so you have to prepare accordingly. Then environment and ecology, species, most important topic now, क्योंकि इस पे क्वेश्चंस तो बहुत ज़्यादा पूछे in 2023 prelims. See, all those past years papers are like a guiding light for us. If you have analyzed them well, you will find these papers will help you to strategize yourself for the next examination. है ना, बिकॉज सी PYQs आर रियली आई बिलीव आर द बेस्ट सोर्स टू प्रिपेयर फॉर एग्जामिनेशन. मतलब बाकी मार्केट में जो भी अवेलेबल होगा देयर आर ऑल इनडायरेक्ट व्हाट इन्फरेंसेस दैट समवन हैज ड्रॉन फ्रॉम PYQs. सो व्हाट, अगर PYQs सही से स्टडी कर लोगे, PYQs को से एडिक्वेटली सॉल्व भी कर लोगे, यू विल फाइंड दैट इज यू नो वेल प्रिपरेशन फॉर द examination itself. For that same goes for means and prelims as well. Okay, so the question is like how many of the above are nocturnal or most active after sunset? Most active after sunset. So देखो question पूछ रहा है simply nocturnal species, lion tail macaque, the Malabar civet and sambar deer. So you must be aware about now this question is species behavioral questions have now increased in 2022 and 2023 as well. तो थोड़ा सा फोकस हमारा अकॉर्डिंगली होना भी चाहिए. Now see this Malabar civet is anyway nocturnal that it seems. This sambar deer even like works in the that night. This lion tail macaque however is not that species that work in night or nocturnal. तो ये इसका आंसर वैसे होगा only 2. okay, so only 2 वाला केस है, you will find that is that. Then consider the following statements with respect to Kambala. With respect to Kambala, guys you must be remembering आपने जो साउथ वाली मूवी थी वो तो देखी भी होगी है ना, जिसमें you'll find के कंबाला स्पोर्ट्स से ही एंट्री हो रही है हीरो की. Yeah, that is a buffalo race. Buffalo race है where you will find कि water sport है buffalo से driven. This was in the current affair. The reason being कि जलीकट्टू पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी limitations restrictions रखे थे, and what that limitation restrictions similarly extends to the Kambala as well. तो that is a water sport, buffalo water sport that is in कर्नाटका. और अभी देखोगे आप तो अभी कॉक फाइट भी करंट अफेयर्स में तेलंगाना जो मकर संक्रांति का जो केस था ना, सॉरी फेस्टिवल था राइट, सो दैट पोंगल, सो देयर यू विल फाइंड ए कॉक फाइट इज रादर एक ट्रेडिशनल फेस्टिवल है. सो दैट अगेन ह्यूमन राइट एक्टिविस्ट आर लाइक हैविंग आर्ग्यूमेंट अगेंस्ट दैट स्पोर्ट एज वेल. तो देखो इससे ये आपको कनेक्ट करना है. कंबाला, नाउ अगेन कमिंग टू द क्वेश्चन, इट इज अ ट्रेडिशनल बफेलो रेस इन अ पैडी फील्ड्स filled with slush and muds. Yeah, absolutely, that is a right or correct statement. It takes place mainly in the Mysore region of Karnataka, right? So answer is both 1 and 2. Now what, see देखो अब इस क्वेश्चन इस प्रैक्टिस पे, कल्चर प्रैक्टिस पे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. द रीजन मीन जलीकट्टू पे है, जलीकट्टू, कंबाला, कॉक फाइट है, और भी कुछ यू विल फाइंड बेसिकली द बुल फाइट ओवर इन द महाराष्ट्र, या और भी कोई जो नॉर्थ इंडिया में कोई दिस ह्यूमन और से एनिमल रेसेस है या जो फाइट्स है, तो उस पर क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. यू गाइज हैव टू लर्न दिस फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. अगेन दिस वे करंट अफेयर बेस्ड है. सी so it is a traditional paddy field based festival hai, that is usually in the month of November to March, and it is sponsored by the Tuluva landlords and households in the coastal districts. So Tuluva people are an ethnic group native to southern India. They are native speakers of Tulu language, right? There was a demand to include this language as again a constitutional language. Consider the following statements. See, this question is basically on the process of anaerobic respiration and environment and ecology वाला part है, environment and ecology, and somehow connected with the eutrophication, waste management. Eutrophication and waste management. See what the question is asking you for, trying to fetch your understanding about. Anaerobic decomposition occurs in the absence of oxygen, and a lot of energy is produced in this process. Second, anaerobic decomposition kills seeds of weeds and germs present in the waste. See which of the above statement is are correct. Which of the above statement is are correct. So question is this one, simply fetching your अंडरस्टैंडिंग। अब देखो इसके लिए क्या होना चाहिए, तो हमको वी शुड बी अवेयर अबाउट व्हाट डज इट मीन बाय एनारोबिक respiration. That is simply a process wherein you will find in the absence of oxygen there is like a decomposition of organic matter, and that it leads to release of energy, and that is rather most common in many like say bacteria and other species. ठीक है, nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, तो पहला statement is correct, and carbon etc. are then taken in the byproduct of the taken by the bacteria, because this bacteria derive their energy by means of this breakdown of molecules. Then very much heat is produced due to anaerobic decomposition. It kills seeds of weeds and germs present in the waste, and that's how say second statement is stand correct. Answer is 2 only. अब इसके लिए देखो यूपीएससी जैसे बहुत बार यू विल फाइंड कि स्पीशीज रिलेटेड या प्रोसेसेस रिलेटेड या फिनोमेना रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस पूछता है, सो यू मस्ट बी हैविंग clarity over on this case. Next, eutrophication, environment and ecology. Go through this question, guys. It's about eutrophication, and it is like it is a man-made process and does not occur naturally. See, extreme statement in itself. I would rather say इस question को अगर it's not absolutely a man-made process. हाँ, man can only facilitate this process. Eutrophication is what when due to excess nutrient supply over in the lake or water bodies, algal bloom phenomena is observed. मतलब biotic or organic matter enrichment is there that promotes or that demands more excessive growth or fertilization of the lakes, that is eutrophication, and that leads to increase in biological oxygen demand later. Now तो पहला statement तो I am anyway not in favor of this statement क्योंकि ये not a man-made process. It is rather a both natural as well. The prime contaminants for eutrophications are nitrates and phosphates. तो nitrates भी है, phosphates भी है. Both this makes this process rather prominent. तो nutrient supply हो रहा है, इसीलिए answer is anyway both 1 and 2. नेक्स्ट अच्छा सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट, हाँ तो पहला वाला आंसर तो वैसे भी हमने निगेट कर दिया था, तो आंसर शुड बी 2 ओनली. ओके, पहला वाला स्टेटमेंट निगेट किया था हमने, तो दिस वे. सेकेंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ गाइस, इट्स अबाउट द स्पीशीज, एनवायरमेंट एंड इकोलॉजी, एंड यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द स्पीशीज. ओके, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द स्पीशीज इट लाइक से टॉक्स अबाउट. यस, हेलो अनु. See, this question, it's simply asking you for this, particularly some hints are being given, right? And this hints, based on this hints, you need to identify what exactly this species it's about, है ना, उसकी nature. It prefers to live in a group, however male may sometimes prefer to live in isolation. Okay, so that is what a trick or key solution, clue that is given to you. पहला, ठीक है. Second, it is one of the big cat species. Now big cat species है tiger, snow leopard, cheetah, black panther. All of them they are like a big cat species. It does not roar. See, अब यहाँ पे क्या दिया है, it does not roar, है ना. तो that is what a clue again. अब आपको पता होना चाहिए कौन सी species करती है कौन सी नहीं करती है. And its African variant is larger in size than Asian variant, है ना. ये जो अफ्रीकन स्पीशीज है इसकी वो लार्जर है देन एशियन स्पीशीज. सो अब देखो ये थोड़ा सा स्पीशीज रिलेटेड बिहेवियर पे है या इसके नेचर पे है, एंड आई बिलीव यू गाइज लाइक मस्ट बी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर सच टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. अब सारे स्पीशीज के लिए तो हम नहीं कर सकते, राइट अनु. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू फोकस देन ऑन एटलीस्ट फ्यू इंपॉर्टेंट एंड दो स्पीशीज इन द करंट अफेयर्स. वो भी कर लोगे, then you will find it is easy to like solve this case. Now अब देखो, this question is actually about cheetah, है ना. cheetah that is in the current affair, not was in the current, because we have now a cheetah reintroduction plan. And again, according to this cheetah reintroduction plan, what we have, like imported, not imported but relocated, say African cheetahs in India, because cheetah has been, like extinct, got extinct in India way back in 1952. तो फिर अब जो है वो चीतास का है. देखो चीतास का एक और केस है, दैट cat species है, big cat species it is. This is what the scientific name of it, and you will find it is slightly brownish, golden skin, thicker than Asiatic, more prominent spots and lines on the face all over the African continent is having present, और इसका IUCN status है that is vulnerable. Okay, I am just going through this content, so you guys will be having additional idea. Then Asian cheetah क्या है? African cheetah वाला केस है. Asian cheetah slightly smaller than the African, जिस पे ये देखो statement लिखा है. Then pale yellowish and pale colored है, more fur under body and belly, only found in Iran, 12 in number and got extinct in India. इसका IUCN status है critically endangered cheetahs. Next है, see adult behavior. Adult cheetah may found alone or in all male group as coalition. पहला statement जो था, ठीक है. Then coalition membership last till death, so they will keep or connected with each other till death. Female cheetah moves with the herd. It moves quietly, hide in the shade and run fast. Have 2000 spots on its body, right? Cheetahs के body पे जो है ना almost 2000 different spots है. And then gives birth to 2 to 8 cubs at a time. And the last, cheetahs do not roar. Yeah, this species does not roar. So टाइगर का केस में ये अप्लीकेबल होता है, चीतास के केस में ये अप्लीकेबल नहीं होता है. एनीवे दैट इज इन द करंट अफेयर, यू गाइस शुड हैव दैट क्लैरिटी. आई होप दिस पिक्चर इज एज वेल विजिबल टू यू गाइस, है ना. इट इज हैंडमेड रिटन नोट्स है, पॉकेट टॉपिक्स यू विल फाइंड, दैट इज डेवलप्ड बाय मी ओनली, राइट. तो इसको फॉलो भी कर सकते हो आप, अगेन बेस्ड ऑन दिस चैनल. देन द लास्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ, सी which of the following activities, see spreading finely ground basalt rock on farmland extensively, right, options दिए हैं वैसे. Increasing the alkalinity of oceans by adding lime, in capturing carbon dioxide released by various industries and pumping it into abandoned subterranean mines in the form of carbonated water. How many of the above activities are often considered and discussed for carbon capture and sequestration? This is a PYQ actually, say was asked in examination 2017-18. तो क्या करने से you will find say carbon capture and sequestration हो सकता है. Now you must be aware about what does it mean by carbon capture and sequestration. That is simply absorption, because for global warming carbon compounds, right, are considered as one of the major culprits. तो फिर क्या करेंगे हम, कार्बन को absorb कर लेंगे, transform into some another form and getting like leading to its storage. So carbon capture and sequestration as a phenomena is rather observed, or by which means or like ways that just could be possible. तो जैसे क्या होगा, spreading finely ground basalt rock on farmland extensively, it seems, yeah, क्योंकि basalt rock अगर spread करोगे तो that leads to that case. Increasing the alkalinity of oceans by adding lime, ठीक है, acidity या alkalinity उसकी increase करोगे. And then capturing carbon dioxide released by various industries and pumping it into abandoned, unused, non-used mines में उसको क्या करेंगे हम, ट्रैप करके स्टोर कर देंगे. That it simply gives like answer all of the three above, है ना. अब ये एक बार इसको देख लेना, कार्बन कैप्चर एंड स्टोरेज वाला फिनोमेना क्या है, कैसे वर्क करता है. सो यू गाइज विल बी हैविंग दैट प्रीटी मच क्लैरिटी एज वेल. So I hope guys this 20 questions, it means 20 different topics, or like say units we have discussed, and I like I have tried myself कि आपको सिर्फ 20 topics तक ही restrict ना करूँ, just like to stretch you further in the domains or in the domains of that probabilities and possibilities, so that this 20 would rather expanded into maybe 50 or 100 topics as well. So I hope this discussion you guys must have find some relevant with the examination. You must have enjoyed this discussion and must be relevant as well, you know. So having any doubt, just don't feel free to comment on the inbox as well. If you really like it, just like it, share and subscribe. And now for this week, the whole week we will be having this discussion in continuation for geography and environment, right? So आज हमने 20 की है, next again we will be doing with 20, and that is up to like say this for 5 weeks. So in and all I am trying to cover almost 100 questions, okay, just for the same sake, just to help you out, help you guys in fact, just to clear this examination. So I wish you again like good time and all the best for examination, guys. We will be meeting tomorrow on same time. Thank you.